Jiva Goswami to write Sandarbhas. And if you read all those books by our acharyas, they're very systematic and very scientifically explained. In fact, there is no book except written by our Goswamis, which we find so systematic and scientific in the realm of theology, if you put it like that. So if we analyze Shikshashtakam, the first verse, Chetodarpana Marjanam, that is Sambandh. That is telling about a holy name. And also our relationship to holy name, and that is the second verse. So the first verse is talking about holy name awards the bliss and also the benefits of holy name which we get by chanting. So that is our relationship with holy name. And also the second verse, Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Trapeta Nimadasmarne Nakala Etadrishita Kripa Bhagwan Mapi Durdaiva Midrisham Yahachani Nanuraga. So that's also indicating to our relationship with holy name that so Mahaprabhu says that even though it has so much nectar, so many benefits, still I don't have any attraction for it. So that's also telling us Sambandh. Now third, Trinadapi Sunichena. Fourth, Na Dhanam Na Janam Na Sundarim. And fifth one, Ainanda Tanujar Kinkaram. These are Abhidhai. Abhidhai means how the process to revive that relationship. Okay, so in these verses Mahaprabhu is telling what should be the mood so that we can always chant the holy names. So that is a quantity part. And what are the feelings? How should we chant? That is Na Dhanam Na Janam Na Sundarim Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram, fourth and fifth. So that is a quality part of chanting. So quantity and quality. If you chant, then you can attain love of God. So that is Abhidhai. And now today we are going to discuss 6th, 7th, 8th verse of Shikshashtakam, which are Prayojanam. If we chant with quantity and quality, following the instructions of Mahaprabhu, then we get something, we attain something, we attain a result, a goal. So Prayojana means result or goal. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says we get three gifts. So these gifts are bliss, and then separation, and then love. These are the three gifts which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come from the spiritual world to give us. Bliss, that is spiritual bliss, and separation and love. And 6th verse of Shikshashtakam is talking about that bliss. So we are going to talk about 6th verse in a few moments, and the 7th verse is talking about the separation, the gift of separation, and the 8th verse is talking about the gift of love. So we are going to discuss all these three. So let's come to the 6th verse, which is Nayanam Galata Shrudharaya. Nayanam Galata Shrudharaya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says Nayanam Galata Shrudharaya Vadanam Gadgada Rudhya Gira Pulkai Nichitam Vapugada Tav Nam Grahana Bhavishyati. So what he's saying? He is saying, yes, the goal of chanting, the goal of pure chanting with quality and quality is emotions for the Lord. Is emotions or bhava. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. Or in other words, why we are chanting? That's the question. And Bhakti Santa often said, why you are chanting? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Chanting and Shravanam is done with the aim to get Smaranam, to remember God. That's the aim. And so many devotees ask Prabhupada many times, how should we chant? And Prabhupada says, chant in such a way so that you can chant more. Prabhupada said many things at many times, but sometimes in his purpose, Prabhupada also writes, the goal of chanting is Shravanam, it's remembrance of Krishna. And remembrance of Krishna is associated with emotions. Definitely. You don't remember Krishna without emotions. Or as Prabhupada said, Krishna, when we talk of Krishna, it is love. It is always love. If you remember Krishna without emotions, then you don't remember him, because that doesn't mean anything. We can remember him without emotions, but that is not the really true remembrance. That may be a shadow of remembrance, because you don't have sun without heat and light. If you have sun without heat and light, then what do you think? Is it sun, or is it a reflection of sun in the water? Reflection of sun in the water will be without heat, and the light will be faded. It will not be so much light as in the real sun. So either it's reflection or it's shadow. But or for example, if a mother is remembering her child, she doesn't remember her child without emotions. So whenever a mother remembers her child, it's always with emotions, because she is having a relationship with the child. She possesses the child. She is attached to the child. So that is why chanting, when we chant, and by the effect of chanting, by good quality and quantity of chanting, when we remember Krishna, then the remembrance is always associated with bhava or emotions, true feelings, and not shadow feelings. So as I have often told, we are now experiencing whatever bliss we experience, that's a shadow bliss. That's a shadow of bliss. But this is true bliss. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, what is this bliss? What are the symptoms of this true bliss? How do we differentiate between true bliss and shadow bliss? How do we differentiate between substance and shadow? And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also informing us by this verse. So you see, one verse of Shikshashtakam helps us to understand so many things. So many intricacies are there in this Shikshashtakam. In fact, Bhaktivedanta Thakur says all scriptures has to say to tell us anything and everything is there in Shikshashtakam, just in 8 verses. And this is God. This is Krishna. Krishna doesn't like to speak much, but whatever he speaks deep. He speaks deep, and that is one of the quality of Krishna in nectar of devotion. He is Gambhir. That Gambhir is there. So that quality of Gambhir is there. So Gambhir means he is grave. And Rupa Goswami explains, and Prabhupada explains in Nectar of Devotion, gravity means a person who is grave, he speaks less, but he speaks deep. Or in less words, he gives more message. That is a grave person. That's one of the quality of Krishna. The entirely opposite quality is a fool who has more words and no message. That's a fool. That's what we are. We keep on chattering. And so we give a lecture, and then after the lectures, so somebody raises a hand and asks, Prabhu, actually I didn't get what you were trying to say. Can you summarize it in a point? That's what happens more with most of us. But with Krishna, it's not like that. So he doesn't speak. Officially, he doesn't speak much. When he has to speak about philosophy or some deep subject, he doesn't speak much. But he speaks deep. But anyway, when he's in Golok and he's with his friends in his home and he's playing, then of course he speaks beyond the capacity of any person to speak. That's also one quality of Krishna. He is Vachal. So Vachal means who speaks, who keeps on speaking. But that is in his home and when he's playing in a playful mood. But when he's in an official mood and he's speaking about philosophy, then okay, to the point. So this verse of Shikshashtakam, this 6th verse of Shikshashtakam, 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲𝗀 𝗪𝗲𝗀, the first teaching of this verse is that the effect of good quality chanting, the effect of quality chanting should be remembrance of God, remembrance with emotions. That Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam. That's Smaranam. And the second teaching of this verse is that, okay, fine, by good chanting you get remembrance of God with emotions, but then what is true emotions and what is shadow emotions? This is the second teaching. Okay, so let's see what does Mahaprabhu has to speak about this. So Mahaprabhu says about emotions, and he says, okay, fine. So I'm quoting Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is discussing with Shyam Sundar Prabhu, and Prabhupada says here, so quotes. I'm paraphrasing Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲𝗀. What is that verse? 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲𝗀 𝗪𝗲𝗪 तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति. There is dissatisfaction. So Prabhupada says, so true emotions of Lord will produce satisfaction and dissatisfaction, both. But substance, that is substance. But the shadow emotions, what we are feeling now, that will produce only satisfaction, but not dissatisfaction. So we all experience that. Now when we chant, sometimes we feel happy and satisfied. So okay, fine. You're getting a reflection of true emotions or a sample or advertisement. But here, in true emotions, if there is satisfaction on one hand, that yes, I am with Krishna. If there is satisfaction on one hand, then in material world, I don't want anything. There is also dissatisfaction in spiritual sense, that yes, I want to attain Krishna. And Prabhupada says, there is dissatisfaction, I'm quoting, there is dissatisfaction that when my heart will be throbbing. This is the dissatisfaction he has. When torrents of rain will come from my eyes, 𝗪𝗲𝗪𝗲𝗀 तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति. So this word bhavishyati in Shikshashtakam means when, in future. Bhavishya means future. So Mahaprabhu says, Nayanam galad ashru dhara. Nayanam means eyes, and galat means to fall. Ashru means tears. Dhara means rain. When will be there tears in my eyes? When? So bhavishyati. Nayanam galad ashru dhara bhavishyati. Vadanam gadgadayarudaya gira. Vadanam means speech. Gadgada means falter. When my speech will be faltering, Prabhupada says. When that day will come. Vadanam gadgadayarudaya gira. Pulkai nachitam vapugata. So pulkai means hair standing on hand. Vapu means body. When will the hairs of my body stand? When that day will come. When my heart will be throbbing. And this is what is the mark of true emotions, spiritual dissatisfaction, spiritual anxiety. In fact, it is said, you begin spirituality by what? You proceed in spirituality by why and how. and you end spirituality by when. So what, how, when, what, how, why and when. And that's what happens. So we come to Krishna Consciousness, we meet a devotee and we say, what is this? And he explains, okay, this is Krishna Consciousness, chanting this. And then you ask how to do it. So he says, okay, chant this number of rounds, read books. And then you start asking why. Okay, why Krishna is supreme? Why demigods are not supreme? Why should we chant? Why devotees are behaving like this? Why I am getting messed up sometimes? All why questions. But when your how and why questions are solved, then one day comes, you ask a question, when? When will I attain Krishna? When that day will come, I can serve him to my full content. When will my heart be throbbing? When will torrents of rain coming out of my eyes? When my speech faltering? Narottam Das Thakur, Bhaktivedanta Thakur. All these songs are when. When will I see with my eyes the two beautiful forms of Radha and Krishna? So Nayane Heribo Sada Jugala Rupa Rasi. When will that happen? We all sing that. We all sing Narottam Das Thakur sings Hari Hari Vifale Janma Gunainu. I have wasted my life. When will that day come? I will take Chamar and I will do Chamar to Radha and Krishna. So all these things are when. So when you can understand when you can understand this point of when, that is true emotions. Not just how and why or what. That's what Mahaprabhu is telling. So I'm quoting Prabhupada. Prabhupada says that means this ordinary way he is not satisfied. So Prabhupada says, yes, when we come to spirituality, when we come to Krishna consciousness, we feel satisfaction. Because Bhav Mahadavagini Nirvapanam, the effect of material nature reduces, the grips of material nature reduces, in words of Prabhupada. And we feel satisfaction. Okay, nice. Now I am able to conquer lamentation, illusion, and hunger, thirst, the pangs of hunger and thirst, and sleep, and laziness, and madness, and complete nonsense ideas. I am able to control my mind, fix my mind on Krishna. And I am so fortunate that Krishna is allowing me to serve him. So this kind of this kind of satisfaction we feel. This is when we start in spirituality. And this is a shadow of true bliss. But when we attain true bliss, in the 6th verse, then along with that, as we keep on serving Krishna, we start getting dissatisfaction. Oh yeah, now Krishna has given me control over mind. Now I can fix my mind on the holy name by the mercy of Krishna. Now I am serving Krishna by his mercy. And so Krishna is so merciful to me. So merciful to me. He is doing so much for me. But then how much I am doing for him? You see, this is a starting of dissatisfaction. And this is a starting of true emotion. Because true emotions means reciprocation. So we were happy in the beginning. So when devotees are new, they feel happiness and satisfaction because they are receiving from Krishna. But they are not thinking of giving him back. So that is not a true relationship. That is just a shadow of relationship. But when you chant nicely, then you are truly related to him. And you just not think of taking from him, but think of giving to him. And when you start thinking of giving to him, then your anxiety begins. Then your true spiritual journey begins. And you start thinking, oh, Krishna is giving me so much. How can I repay him? And that is the start of dissatisfaction. And then a devotee starts thinking, oh, when will I chant the holy names? When tears will come, my speech will falter, my heart will throb. Why? Why does a devotee think that all these symptoms should come to him? Why does he think? Because these are the ornaments of a devotee which makes him beautiful in the eyes of Krishna. Krishna likes devotees who have these kind of symptoms. Krishna likes those devotees who chant with emotions. Is it? It's natural. If somebody is chanting your name and he's chanting, so suppose he's chanting my name, Keshav, 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 Keshav. Okay, that's good. But if he's chanting my name, Keshav, 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 with tears in the eyes, how much happiness I'll feel, no? So you all can imagine in your case. In your case, you imagine. So your servant might be chanting your name every day. Okay, master, 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 you're nice, this. Okay, he's good. But your child chants your name or calls you with name when you're not there with tears in the eyes. He will weep. Where is Papa? If you go to party and if you're not there, and if a child is little young, then he might start weeping. Where is Papa? Or where is Mummy? So, and that weeping, that tears force you to go to him. If you just keep on speaking, Papa, Papa, you might not go. Or the mother might not go. Prabhupada says, so if mother is cooking in the kitchen and the child cries, Mama, 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 mother might not go and she might say, shut up, keep quiet, don't be naughty. But when the child starts weeping, when there are tears in his eyes and his speech starts faltering, then the mother runs to him. So this is substance. This is real emotions. Real emotions are those emotions which can call Krishna. And how do we know that Krishna has come? That Krishna will manifest himself in his holy name. So when we chant, we will be able to remember his form, qualities and pastimes. So that remembrance, you see, that remembrance will come. Remembrance will come. So when you do quality of chanting and quantity chanting, emotions will come, and those emotions will attract Krishna, and Krishna will enter your mind and you will start remembering him. So that is true remembrance, true emotions, and that will produce dissatisfaction. Okay, fine, I have emotions for him, I like him. Your heart will start melting. Your heart will start. Your heart will feel as Mahaprabhu is feeling, a fraction of his feeling in fourth and fifth verse. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim ai nanda tanoja kinkaram. And that will attract Krishna. Oh yeah, he's calling me with feelings, and he will like that, and then he will give you a gift of tears in your eyes. He will give you a gift of tears and faltering of speech, just like mother. So just like child calls a mother when he weeps, and this tears and faltering of speech, this makes devotee beautiful in the eyes of Krishna. And Krishna, like a mother, comes running. And as you are chanting, Krishna comes running in your heart, and you immediately start remembering his form, qualities and pastimes. That is why it is said, the aim of Shravanam and Kirtanam is Smaranam. But that Smaranam comes only when Krishna is attracted to your chanting. Krishna is pleased by your chanting. Only when you get these tears and faltering speech and shivering of your body. And that is why devotee always thinks, when will my speech be falter? A devotee doesn't think that these symptoms should come in my body for my sake, not for selfish purpose, but for Krishna. So just like a woman, so a woman on the first day of marriage, she does lot of makeups and then lot of ornaments, gold jewelry. Why? So that she appears beautiful in the eyes of her husband. That's all. And of course, after that first night, everything finishes and she is no longer beautiful. That's another thing. But definitely before marriage, there's a grand function, and almost an entire day that woman spends in beautifying herself going to beauty parlor and so many jewelries, nice sari, shopping and this and that. Why? Just so that night, that first night, she should look very beautiful in the eyes of her husband. And that's what we are hoping for. That first contact with Krishna should be beautiful for Krishna, not for us. So we are chanting. We are chanting with the hope that we remember Him. That's what our chanting is. That one day we will chant, our mind will be completely fixed on Him, our words, thoughts and feelings will be just focused on Him, and if we remember Him. Because if we remember Him, then He remembers us. So that Smaranam is the first contact with Him. And we want that, and Krishna wants, not just we want, Krishna wants that first contact with Him you should always remember. Just like a lady remembers the first day of her marriage, Krishna wants that the first contact with Him in chanting we should always remember. So He gives us the gift of tears and faltering. So He gives us this gift of so many jewelries, and He asks us to put it on a body, to do good makeup, to become beautiful, and then He comes and reveals Himself, His form, name and qualities. And this is what devotee hopes and aims for. Prabhupada says that is the ecstatic summit. One becomes like madman chanting Hare Krishna. So what Mahaprabhu is saying, if somebody asks you what is the goal of your chanting, you can quote Prabhupada. We have to become like madman, and that's what we are hoping for, and that's why we are dissatisfied. We are not satisfied in this ordinary way. How long you will be? How long you can assume, or you can fool yourself that, oh yeah, my chanting is good, I am satisfied. It can't go like that. We want Krishna. The aim of Krishna consciousness, or the result of Krishna consciousness, is not peace and happiness in regards to this material world. That's not the goal. The goal is love, and love is dissatisfaction. A beloved wants to meet her lover, and until he meets a lover, or his or her lover, he cannot sit peacefully. Otherwise, what is love? What is the meaning of love? So that is this verse, Nayanam Galata Shrudharaya. So these are the external symptoms of love, in other words. There are some internal symptoms of love and external symptoms of love. This Mahaprabhu in this verse is talking about external symptoms of love, which is true bliss, and which is satisfaction for the material world, but dissatisfaction for Krishna, both of them, and which is the benefit, so which is a result of good quality and quantity Shravanam and Kirtanam, and by which will also be accompanied by remembrance of Krishna. These emotions will be accompanied by remembrance of Krishna, and the more we remember Him, the more these emotions will get intensified. This is the 6th verse. And the 7th verse then is so 7th verse is Yugayatam Nimishena Chakshusha Pravrashayatam Shunyayatam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahenai. So this is the second result of chanting, of good quality and quantity chanting. And the second result is internal symptoms of love. So the 6th verse is external symptoms of love, or external result of love. And the 7th verse, Yugayatam Nimishena, is internal symptoms of love, or a result, or internal result. Or you can say the second gift of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The first gift is you can see, everybody can see. And the second gift is a more secret gift, which is in your heart. In your heart. You see, so when a lady is married, she gets gifts of jewelries, of fruits, of saris, which you can see. That's in the hand. But the second gift she gets in marriage is the affection of husband, which is an internal gift, which is in fact more important. Of course, jewelries are also important for females, but that affection of the husband which he gives, and the care of the husband which he gives after the marriage, that's more important. So once you are married to Krishna, let me put it like that, which is in fact Vidya Vadu Jivanam, it is said Mahaprabhu. Once you're married to him, in other words, once you get a relationship with him, or in other words, according to 6th verse, when you chant nicely and Krishna is attracted by your chanting, by your quality chanting, by your sincere chanting, and he gives you the gift of these external symptoms of love, and also the gift along with that of his remembrance of form, qualities and pastimes, then he doesn't stop. He wants to give you more gift. He starts liking you, and he starts taking care of you, and he now gives a gift of a beautiful gift, a gift of separation. Gift of separation. And this Mahaprabhu says, Yugaitam nimishena chakshusha pravarshaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda verahiname. This is a gift which is more subtle, which is more internal. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Yoga itam nimishena. Yoga means millions of years, Prabhupada translates. And nimishena means one moment. So there's a contrast. Yoga means millions of years. Nimishena means one moment. Yoga itam nimishena chakshusha pravarshaitam. Chakshusha means eyes, and pravarshaitam means tears. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Yoga itam nimishena. Devotee will start feeling at this moment that devotee will start feeling one moment to be 12 years or more. That is what Prabhupada writes. One moment will appear like millennium. This is called separation. This is a second gift, or you might put it as the internal symptoms of love, or internal gift which Krishna gives. 7th verse, and that gift and symptom is of chanting is separation, and devotee starts feeling separation. This is the ultimate goal which we are aiming for. Not ordinary love, but love in separation. And the 6th verse says, not ordinary satisfaction, but a satisfaction with dissatisfaction. So you see, Mahaprabhu, so that is what Rupa Goswami says, Namo Mahavadanyaya. Mahaprabhu is so merciful. These kind of things what we are hearing, we are not even qualified to hear these kind of things. We are still struggling to chant. We are still struggling to get free our mind of enviousness, all base and all animalistic qualities which are there in us. And what is this? These are the things which are discussed which are discussed among Paramahamsas, people who are at that level. But nevertheless, Mahaprabhu comes and he says, no, I'll tell you all these things. I'll open everything. I will open the doors of spiritual world, and I'll show you everything, because he's a most merciful incarnation. And he says, okay, fine. So Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that if I open the doors of spiritual world, and if I open the book of spiritual world to everybody who is qualified and not qualified, then then is it good or bad? Are we not revealing secrets to those persons who are not qualified, and then they will misinterpret, and then they will distort the message? So Krishna's Kaviraj Swami says no. Krishna's Kaviraj Swami says, fine, people who are not qualified, anyway they will not understand anything. Even if we tell them everything, anyway it's not in their adhikar or capacity to understand anything, just as a child cannot understand what is lust. Even if the child can see with his own eyes a boyfriend and a girlfriend, nevertheless it will call auntie and uncle, that's all. It will not understand what's happening. So unqualified people anyway will not understand, but if we don't open the doors of spirituality, then qualified people, they will be benefit of the message. So for those few qualified people, and the qualification is who is following the instructions and the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sincerely, who are chanting with quality and quality as instructed by Mahaprabhu in the Shikshashtakam, in the 3rd, 4th and 5th verse, who are true to Srila Prabhupada's teachings, who are trying to follow his teachings, who are reading his books. If anybody who is doing this, he is qualified. And to such a person, this realm, this world of spirituality is wide open. Now it depends on you, how much you want to fly. You want to fly low in the sky, or you want to fly high in the sky. That's up to you. That's up to you. Mahaprabhu, Krishna has so many gifts for you now. Now it's up to you how much you can take. And this is one gift. Second gift, that is separation. And what is separation? This Mahaprabhu explains. What is that gift all about? He's explaining us so that we start desiring to attain it. It is not that we have it now. It is not that the 6th verse which we were talking about, so the tears in the eyes, we have this gift. Nobody has this gift. Some people have, most of us don't have. So we don't have a gift. So when we chant, most of us don't even remember Krishna. Chanting goes on. We are still struggling to control our mind. Okay, fine, no problem. But this is a result of chanting. Mahaprabhu is telling us a result so that we know where our journey is going. So that we don't halt our journey in between, assuming that we have achieved perfection. So that we develop a desire to attain this gift. The desire to attain so nice gift which Mahaprabhu's associates had, and they are ready to give us. Mahaprabhu is ready to give us. That desire, we develop that desire. To develop that desire, we discuss prayojanam. That's the idea. The goal, we worship that goal now. We hear about it with respect, and in the process we develop a desire to attain that. So what is this separation? Mahaprabhu says, yes, this is my gift. Separation is that one moment will expand and it will appear to you like millenniums, like 12 years or more. This is called separation. And this is, so gopis, if you see gopis, so what they are doing, when they see Krishna, they curse their eyes, they curse their eyelids, and they curse Brahma. They curse Brahma. Brahma is such a idiot engineer that he has made eyelids. That's what they say. And why? Because as soon as we see Krishna, one eyelid blinks, and in that fraction of second when eyelid blinks, we are unable to see him. So why he made eyes like this with eyelids? He should not have made eyelids, so that we could have seen him always and always. So for gopis, that eye blink is called nimishena. The time when the eye blinks, that is called nimish in Sanskrit. So it's nimish. Nimish is even less than a second. So a second in Sanskrit is called shana. Shan, one shan. Do shan, ek shan, teen shan. You understand? But even below 1 second, which is approximately 1/8 of a second, and that is a time taken by eyes to blink, that is called nimish, or even below 1/8 of a second. That is called nimish. So Gopi says, as soon as eye blinks, it takes the time nimish. It is equal to nimish. But that time when eye blinks and we are not able to see him, that appears to us like 12 years or more. Yuga itam, like a yuga, like millions of years, like millions. This is called separation. So Mahaprabhu will give you a gift, Krishna will give you a gift, and He's pleased, second gift of separation. And this is madness, you will become like that. A devotee at this platform will fear forgetting Krishna. That fear. So you might say, what's happening? First I got dissatisfaction, and now I'm getting fear. This is crazy, This is madman. That's what Mahaprabhu says to Ramanand Rai. I am mad and you are mad. And don't tell what we discussed to this world, because nobody is going to understand. First of all, they don't understand what is a madman. And how can they understand how does two madmen talk? Nobody is going to understand that. So that is funny. And nobody told us. None of the acharyas said this, that when you advance in Krishna consciousness, you will feel dissatisfied. You will have fear. All of us told you will be satisfied, you will be fearless. Krishna told in Gita, if you advance in spirituality, what are the signs? Fearlessness. Yes, in this material world we become fearless. As far as any material condition is concerned, we are fearless. As far as any material person is concerned, we are fearless. Any time, place, circumstance cannot create fear in us, in this material world. But as far as spiritual world is concerned, there is fear now. And this is fear of separation, which gopis are feeling. And then they say, Chakshusha pravrashayitam, and the tears will come to our eyes. And that, so here tears means, so in 6th verse also Mahaprabhu is talking about tears, but those are external symptoms. Here Mahaprabhu is talking of tears, but these are internal tears, tears of soul. And this is a sign of depression, a spiritual depression, which is a sign of separation. That, oh my Lord, I have wasted my life, I didn't achieve you, and that kind of thing. Hari Hari Vifale Janma Gunai Nunartam Das Thakur Shunyayatam Jagat Sarvam. Everything will appear as Shunya, as zero. So a devotee, so that means everything becomes zero, means everything loses significance. You will lose enjoyment in everything. And that is another symptom of true separation. Will lose enjoyment in everything. And you see, true feelings and true separation is marked by loss of enjoyment in this material world. That is renunciation. So all these people who are in Vrindavan, who imitate these external symptoms, tears, who imitate these feelings of separation and depression, and still they are attracted to this material world, we can immediately know that those are not true feelings. Or in other words, if so if you go to Bengal, so many of the Sahajyas, they will roll on ground, they will weep, and they will sing songs of separation, but all their separation, all their weeping will simply wipe off their knowledge of scriptures, and rather than pleasing Krishna, it will displease him. And that's what Sukadeva Goswami says in Srimad Bhagavatam. And that verse is there. So what's that verse? So Sukadeva Goswami says, that heart is steel framed. That heart is steel framed, which doesn't change in spite of getting tears in the eyes. So Prabhupada writes a comment there. Prabhupada writes a comment quoting Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that yes, by false sentiments you can get tears. By false emotions you can start feeling depression or separation from Krishna. But they're false because all these feelings should be accompanied with a change of heart. And the real change of heart, and the change of heart is marked by absence of material desires, absence of lust, absence of greed, absence of all this darkness, absence of darkness and presence of light. And that is the real mark of substance. Otherwise we are in a shadow. So, as I told, this is not cheap. This is not cheap. Prabhupada says there's no question of separation without attachment. And there's no question of attachment without the symptoms of bhava, without tears in the eyes, without shivering of body. There's no question of attachment without remembrance of Krishna. So, until unless, so the 6th, 7th, 8th verse, they are the goal of chanting. Now, keep in mind, we are discussing the goal of chanting. And this is a prayojanam, which Mahaprabhu is telling us. And he is telling us to inspire us. Yes, aim for this, attain this, and you can attain this. He's encouraging. You can become like me, you can attain it. That's why I've come from spiritual world. It is possible in this very life. Don't think you cannot attain it. I am giving you. I have brought this gift. You would not have attained it by your own efforts. You would not have attained it in Satyuga, in Treta, in Dwapar. But in Kali Yuga, there is a special concession. I have brought these gifts. I am distributing these gifts for free. You just have to take it. That's all. You have to be eager to take it. And that's what Mahaprabhu says to Nityananda Prabhu Advaita. Sanatana Goswami, he says, so in Chaitanya Bhagavad, he says, he says, Shuno Shunatan, Shuno Haridas, Ghare Ghare Jaibe, so Mahaprabhu says, Sanatan, listen, Haridas Thakur, listen, go to everybody's house, Ghare Ghare Jaibe, Prem Bhakti Dan, and you distribute these fruits which I have brought from material world. And what are these fruits? These fruits are 6th verse of Shikshashtakam. This is a fruit. This is the bliss, the true bliss of devotion, true tears. And what is this gift of fruits of Mahaprabhu? This is the separation, or the 7th verse of Shikshashtakam, that thing. So, at least by discussing all these things, by chanting Shikshashtakam, we remind ourselves and we develop an eagerness. So, Mahaprabhu says, distribute it, and distribute it for free. No problem. And the only qualification you see when you are distributing these fruits is the person should want it. If he wants it, give him. And the only person who will be benefit of this gift will be those persons who do not want it. That's all, finish. So wanting is a qualification. Wanting. That's what Mahaprabhu is looking for. He is ready to give. From his side, there's no hesitation. But from our side, we don't want. Why we don't want? Because we don't know. We don't know all these things. We say Shikshashtakam every morning, or we repeat it, or let me say, we just cram it. But what about really meditating on it? What's this all about? And this is all these things I'm talking. All these things I'm speaking from Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's right there in your library, in your laptop. It's right there. And Prabhupada took so much pain to translate it into English, so that we can read that book, relish that book, and understand the goal of our life. So the second gift is this separation. Shunyaitam jagat sarvam. You will lose at this level. You will lose all interest in this material world. Shunyaitam. You will even lose interest in yourself. You will even lose interest in yourself. You will lose interest in this material world. Absolutely no interest. This material world will become like a stone for you. Stone. No interest. Who is interested in a stone lying in a street? No interest. Absolutely no interest. So that's what this material world will become like to you. And the 8th verse of Shikshashtakam is Ashlishya va padratam penastumam adarshanam varmatham karotuva yatha tatha va vidhatu lampato mat prananatastu sevanavara. The 8th verse of Shikshashtakam is Ashlishya va padratam penastumam. So Mahaprabhu is saying to Krishna, oh Krishna, va padratam penastumam. Whether, so Ashlishya means whether you embrace me, va means or, padratam penastu means or you trample me. Pad means feet, and ratam penastu that means to trample. Either you embrace me in your arms or you trample me. Padratam penastumam, Ashlisheva padratam penastumam, marma hatam korautuva. Or you hurt me, marma hatam. Mar means heart. Hatam means to hurt. Or you hurt me, marma hatam korautuva. Yatha tathava vidhadatu lampato. So yatha tatha means whatever you do, lampat. So he calls Krishna as lampat. So lampat means whose actions cannot be discerned. Lampat, whose thoughts cannot be predicted. That's a lampat. Lampat also means who likes to exploit people. And that's the concept he's bringing. Yatha tatha vidhadatu lampata. Mat prananata sevanapara. Even if you want to exploit me, in other words, you want to use me in your service and throw me away. In other words, you want to first embrace me and then reject me for whatever reasons. Even without any reason you reject me. Still, mat prananathas tu sevanapara. Still you are my prananath. Still you will be my Lord. So the point is, you are my master, but even if you treat me without any justification, if you treat me in an unjustified way, still you will always remain by my master. This is love. This is love. This is a symptom of true love. Love is not that you are fainting, you are flying in air. That's not love. That is okay, fine. That is so let us put it like that. That is a shadow of love, a small reflection of love. Okay, we go to temple to see the deities. We like the deities when altar opens, and we chant rounds. We make prasadam. We preach. Yeah, that is love. But that is a shadow, tiny shadow, or shadow and shadow of love. But real love is this: when you are ready to be exploited by him. And even if he exploits you, no problem. Still you are a master. Even if he rejects you, no problem. Still you are a master. And that means, at the level of love, even if you get tremendous sufferings, if Krishna rejects you, will start getting sufferings. And when you are in love with him, he might do that. At least he might externally show that. To test you or to tell you what is love. So even when you get sufferings, still you accept him as your master. No problem, Krishna. No matter whatever sufferings I have, these sufferings, if you are giving me these sufferings, I am more than happy. Because it is coming from you. That's all. Because you are my master, you can do anything with me. So that is love. Love continues in spite of sufferings. Love continues true love continues. Prabhupada explained the active devotion. True love continues in spite of so many hindrances. In spite of thousands of reasons for that love to break. Still if that love continues, that is true love. So new devotees in devotion, they say, I am doing devotion, but why I am suffering? Why so much suffering? And why so much problems in life? I am getting so hurt in my heart. And they leave chanting. And they leave coming to temple to see Krishna. Because of small reasons. Because they are disturbed by politics, or they are disturbed by their sufferings in the ordinary life. But no, that is not true love. True love can never leave Krishna, can never leave chanting, can never leave seeing him. That is true love. And that is what Mahaprabhu is explaining. It is much more than that, of course, true love. And there's a definition of true love, which Prabhupada gives in Nectar of Devotion. So that Mahaprabhu is explaining here, that it is impossible to forget him, impossible to leave him, no matter what happens. No matter a person might divide your body in pieces, and that's what Haridas Thakur says. Khand khand yadi dehe hoy amar. tabu na ami chhadive Hari Naam. Even if you make small pieces of my body, still every part of my body will chant Hare Krishna. Still, that is conviction, that is determination, that is love. That's determination we should have. At least, if we don't have love, even simply by talking about love, you will get a determination to do devotion. This is, even by talking about this high things, about bliss, true bliss, 6th verse, true separation, 7th verse, true love, 8th verse, these 3 gifts of Krishna, these 3 gifts of Mahaprabhu, these 3 gifts, these 3 goals, or the result of good, sincere chanting. Even if we talk about that, you immediately become determined to serve Krishna. You immediately become so enthusiastic to serve Him, because now we know the goal of life. And Prabhupada says in Gita, only because of the wanting of goal of life, the mind is disturbed. So our mind is disturbed, we cannot focus on chanting because we don't know our goal. We don't know the result of chanting. So it gets disturbed. But once we know the result and the goal, and eyes are fixed on that goal, and the feet is fixed in the process, then when we chant, then our mind will get fixed totally on the chanting of holy names. And one day we will achieve this goal, as mentioned by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu means that when Mahaprabhu says you can attain this goal, he means that you can attain it in this life, provided you follow the previous verses of Shikshashtakam. The 3rd verse, Trinadapi Sunichena, the 4th verse, Nadhanam Najanam, the 5th verse, Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram. And that means provided you do quality and quantity chanting, along with Param Vijate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Sankirtanam, Sang means Shravanam, along with quality hearing. If you can do that day after day, months after months, years after years, quality hearing and quality chanting, and you can build upon that slowly and steadily, one day your building will touch the sky, and then you can climb and touch the clouds, and you can see spiritual world, and you can attain these gifts which Mahaprabhu is saying. You can be deserving to attain this. By hearing all these things, what we are discussing, by hearing 6th, 7th verse and 8th verse of Shikshashtakam, we get a desire to attain them. But then by following the 3rd, 4th and 5th verse of Shikshashtakam, we get the deservance to attain them. And when two meet, desire and deservance, then Mahaprabhu is always ready. He gives, okay, take this gift. Take this gift. So let us all daily read Shikshashtakam and daily meditate on it and perfect our lives. And if you want to read in details about Shikshashtakam, what have I explained, that's already there in Prabhupada books. You can read Chaitanya Charitamrita, 3rd part, or which is technically called as Ante chapter 20, and you can read that. You can read how Mahaprabhu explains all these things, and in fact you can daily read that chapter. That will be interesting. So it will not take you much time, but it will keep you inspired and keep you focused what you are doing here and why you are doing Krishna consciousness. Will not get deviated. Will not get entangled in politics. Will not lose the aim of life. Will not just be entangled in the process. We will always remember why we are following that process, and that's very important. And one day we will perfect our lives, and then we can help others to make their lives perfect. We can do true preaching. Then we can really help this world. So to at least not to perfect your life, you should read all these things and understand. At least if you are so interested in preaching to help others, you have to have that determination and enthusiasm and focus on goal. Otherwise we get deviated, and then we get entangled in morality and not devotion, and we get entangled in politics and not the bliss and not the real mellows of devotion, and we start going here and there, or we become lax after some time. After many years of devotion, if you lose the sight of this goal of 6th, 7th, 8th verse Shikshashtakam, you'll become lax and frustrated. Devotion will become mechanical. Your heart will become dry. Simply by discussing these topics, you get enthusiasm and taste. So you can imagine what will be the state when you really attain them. You can imagine. That will be madness, but spiritual madness in action. So please always meditate on this, on Shikshashtakam. That is the real instructions of Mahaprabhu, and perfect your life and help others. That will be the true service for Prabhupada. Prabhupada says to become a pure devotee will be the true service to Prabhupada. So Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for all of you for listening to this class. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare
What a wonderful lecture, Prabhuji. And thank you so much for completing the Shikshashtakam, explanation of the verses.
Yeah.
I know you are 3 hours behind us. You started at 4:20.
Yeah.
And you're also leaving